Ishwar, where have you traveled so far within Maharashtra and what are you picking up? Is it going to be about the local issues and the unemployment and inflation, or will the personalities play any role?
Wherever I have traveled so far is Mumbai, Pune, Thane, uh, the Vidarbha region, the Marathwada region over the past 6 months, Zunnar, all of these places, everybody has their local issues. And there is one absolutely funny thing that, I pick up everywhere I go. Nobody trusts nobody anymore, especially when it comes to the party workers. There are so many seats across the state in which one particular candidate is declared or one particular candidate wants to contest. Before in October, they jumped somewhere else from NCP to NCP-SP. Somebody from the UBT has jumped to the Shinde Sena. Eventually, the workers are confused and they're like, we were campaigning for this particular alliance for so long. Now we do not know. There are seats where Shiv Sena Shinde faction leader filed a candidature despite a Mahayuti candidate already being there. And when the negotiations were happening from the 29th to the 4th, at that time, when it was time to, try to convince all the rebels to withdraw their candidature, on the 4th, this particular person went missing. So now there are actually two Mahayuti candidates in the fray because this person's candidature could not be withdrawn. A particular NCP candidate was declared in one seat for a particular woman. Her son, who's an MLC, he went to file candidature saying, I am going to file my mother's candidature, and he filed his own candidature instead. So, one day you are campaigning for one person alliance, next day you do not know what is going to happen. That is the state right now. So what it has, really led to is a lot of trust deficit in every other party or the candidate that is there. So eventually people are like, let's vote for the person and how much he has worked for, or just let's not vote at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be a surprise if the turnout is not very great this time.
There are a couple of smaller parties. There's the AIMI, there's MNS, there's VBA. Do we expect them to cut votes in any side and from whom? And now that this is such a khichdi in Yogesh Pawar's cooker, we don't know who's cutting whose votes anymore because it's so difficult to track. Anyone wants to answer that question? I'll leave it open. Yeah,
I can take the MIM part since I've traveled both Malegaon and I'm present in Aurangabad. So I think they have been careful this time not to put up too many candidates against strong Muslim leaders of the MBA. I think the only one they have developed some kind of a ego battle is with Abu Azmi. Because Abu Azmi fielded a candidate against Imtiaz Jalil, so Imtiaz Jalil has fielded a candidate against Abu Azmi. So there is some ego tussle going on between them, but otherwise there is no Congress leader or NCP-SP Muslim leader against whom MIM has fielded a candidate. So their idea is to increase what they say is they want overall Muslim representation to increase. I think they are in a bit of trouble in their own seats because of these other candidates that have come up. In Malegaon, there is this new party called Islam that has come up, which is challenging the AIMIM. And in Aurangabad, in East, where Jalil is contesting, he's up against the Samajwadi Party candidate, Afar Qadri, who's a former MIM candidate from the same seat. Of course, Atul Save is the BJP candidate who is the sitting MLA from that seat. So MIM, I think, is trying to ensure that they're contesting about less than 50% of the seats they contested last time. So they want to sort of focus on this limited number of seats. And just one last point regarding MIM is that this Akbaruddin Owaisi has made an entry into Maharashtra after a gap of 10 years. So, I mean, the MIM model usually is that whenever they want to expand beyond their Muslim base, they use Asaduddin Owaisi.